Saturday night, Boise State's in town out there at Sdsu Stadium. You can get your tickets early to avoid lines. Go ask6.com or 619-283-SDSU. Game, Steve, features the teams that have won the last 3 conference titles and 4 out of the last 5 league titles. And as you said, it's a code red. Fans are encouraged to wear red to the game. And I think a guy who was seeing red all throughout his rehab to get back onto the field.
Amazing.
It is one of the awesome stories as far as Aztec football is concerned this year. Senior defensive end Dakota Turner joins us here on Xtra 1360. Dakota, how are you?
I'm doing good. Good to be on.
Explain to us how you ran out there for the Northern Illinois football game and played football after the injury you had to come back from.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience, and actually they were telling me my career was over. I wouldn't get an extra year, and I basically had the option to play with half an ACL and just like a scopes lateral meniscus. So that was the only option I could actually suit up and play again. So I took it, and I'm just happy the training staff and the coaches and all that let me take that opportunity and actually play.
Dakota, going back to when you suffered this injury, which was in August, I mean, obviously it was a challenge. You'd already used your redshirt year, and the idea of getting a 6 year of eligibility just seemed out of the cards. And, you know, Rocky Long said, look, he's been such a great player for us. I mean, it's devastating that, you know, his career has to end this way. I mean, you're defying all logic here, Dakota. So let's go back to the rehab. When you first had the injury, and we assume that was the end of your college career, to actually not only just getting back on the field, but being productive on the field, the whole world wants to know, how is it possible with cartilage damage and everything else that you suffered?
From what I heard, it was pretty much impossible besides a few guys like Adrian Peterson and Heinz Ward. A few guys will play without an ACL, but I just believed in God and the training staff, and I knew that if Doc said there's a possibility, I'm going to take the shot. So just sticking to it, and every day striving, just looking for that chance to get on the field is what kept me motivated every day, and just wanted to be back on the field with my brothers. And I told myself I wouldn't let that snap when I got injured in this scrimmage be my last snap. So just every day I kept working for it, and I knew I was going to play again.
What about the people that may have been, you know, nice, thinking, oh, that's a terrible thing, but probably had that doubt on their faces? How did that drive you?
I got all the time, like, you're going to play, really? And, you know, it's just more motivation. You know, I didn't really care, you know, whose sport I believed in myself. I had my family, my girlfriend, coaches, training staff. They're the ones believing in me, and they're the ones, you know, that actually really matter. And having people who I believe in and they believe in me just helped me get through that. And I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, so I had to take it.
Fifth-year senior Dakota Turner. He's done a little bit of everything. Defensive end, linebacker. Remember, he played fullback as well. He's done it all during his career with the Aztecs. So, Dakota, while you were out and you saw your teammates get the win in Tempe against Arizona State and then come home and beat Stanford, how much did that inspire you to try to get back out on the field?
Oh, it was awesome seeing the boys go out there and do the work, and just me being able to support, you know, moral support, and just be there to help the younger guys with, you know, plays and assignments, and just seeing everyone, you know, that's something we were working so hard for, and to pull out those wins and just keep it going, being undefeated, you know, it's great. It's something we've been preaching in those early 6 a.m. runs and hard workouts with Coach Hall, but it's all paying off, and it was just awesome seeing us pull out those wins.
Dakota, what was the experience like at UNLV this past weekend?
Oh, it was a crazy moment. Get chills every time I want to talk about it, but yeah, it was really something special standing side by side with the first responders and being in the city of Las Vegas and just all the people coming together. They're chanting Las Vegas strong, and it was a moment I'll never forget. And I was glad I could, you know, be a part of something that was such an impact on the community, but brought everyone together.
Was it hard? Was it hard to get fired up for that game? And were you as fired up for that game as maybe you were for Northern Illinois?
Oh, I'm always fired up for any game, and that's kind of how the team is. But you know, the coach told us, you know, it's gonna be different emotions. Kind of before, you know, it's gonna be a lot of emotion because of what happened, and he just said, but once the ball's kicked off, you know, it's football, and we're here to play a game.
Dakota Turner is joining us, the senior defensive end, one of the many leaders on this team. Dakota, we have talked to so many of your fellow seniors. This is an impressive senior class. I mean, obviously you guys are great players and you have that experience, but, you know, and Rocky Long has talked about this, you know, when you talk about the sanctuary of a locker room, you know, coaches step back. It really comes down to the players, the leaders on the team, on the field to bring teams together. What is it about this senior class that's been so instrumental in helping this team get off to a 6-0 start?
First, it starts off with just the brotherhood and the bond we have as a team. And then Coach Long makes the seniors kind of like, they make them the leaders of the team. We meet with Coach Long every day before meetings. We have senior meetings. And he kind of gives us the scoop of, we kind of are in between of the coaches and the players. So we kind of keep everyone in line and everyone doing right. And coaches definitely puts everything on the seniors, and it's on us. And this year, the seniors are doing a good job of keeping everyone right and winning games.
You know, when you play defense and you either, you get off the field, you get the other team to punt, whatever the case may be, a lot of guys like to go and sit down, get something to drink, catch their breath. But the fact that it's Rashad Penny running out there with your offense, do you find yourself getting back up to the sideline to watch him go?
Oh, yeah, every time. I'll be standing up on the bleachers, standing at the other side, just waiting for him to run to the end zone. He's a great player to watch play, and it's just awesome to be on the same team as him and seeing a guy like him ball out every game.
Dakota, this week, Boise State's coming into Sdsu Stadium, and obviously we're hoping there's going to be a big crowd out there rooting on the undefeated Aztecs. It seems like there might be a little rift going on right now between coaches, maybe a little bad blood, the idea that even though the Aztecs have dominated the Mountain West over the last couple of years, that Boise still thinks, yeah, that's nice, but we're Boise State and you're not. Is there still a little of that going on in this rivalry between these schools?
Well, with us, we're San Diego State, and we live up to it, and we're toughest team come Saturday. And Boise State, they say there's a rivalry and whatnot, but we've only seen each other 4 times. We're 2-2, but it's definitely a game of 2 physical teams that are well coached. And when it comes Saturday, it's gonna be a great game. How
different are the fans now, Dakota? The fact that the team is 6-0, and we all know what happened with the NFL team. They bailed. You guys obviously weren't going anywhere. But do you feel it maybe, as you're walking across campus, or you're out in the public, that people are getting more and more fired up for this team as the weeks go by?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Especially like the slogan, one city, one team. I see a lot of people coming together, even on campus, outside of campus. The city's doing a good job of supporting the team, and we just want the fans to keep coming in after every win.
Well, Dakota, 6-0, so far so good. Great victory against UNLV, and, of course, a huge game coming up Saturday against Boise State. Man, you're a miracle. I don't know how else to say it. The medical world's trying to figure out how it is you're doing what you're doing, but the one guy I know that's not surprised is your coach, Rocky Long. He says you're just a remarkable kid, and you've done a phenomenal job out there. So continued success. Stay healthy the rest of the way, because we got something really special brewing with your Aztec team right now. All the best, Dakota.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Stephen Mark.
Thanks,
all right,
Dakota.
There it is. So Dakota Turner right there. I mean, again, his career was over. If you weren't following this story, I think it was mid-August, and they had a scrimmage, and that was it. He blew it out, and they were frantic. Can we get a medical red shirt? Because he'd already used his red shirt for a 6th year in 2018. No thought of any return in 2017. Career over, season over for this guy. And by game 5, he's back out on the field. And after that game, I remember Rocky Long's like, I don't know how well he played, but he was out there for like 25, 30 plays, and he seems okay.
He's got these 2 bulky black braces on, as you can imagine.
Sure.
And again, the fact that he doesn't let any self-doubt creep in. I'm sure there's people going, oh, well, sorry about that, but you can do other things. At least you got your education. He's like, F that.
Well, he hurt his knee in his sophomore year.
Yes.
And Rocky Long said, it's one of those where a guy will be, grabbing his knee and in pain. He walked off the field, so we really didn't think much of it until he got a blown-out knee. Same thing happened in the scrimmage. He walked off. And then you're like, are you okay? It's a little sore.
Rub some dirt on it. I'll be fine.
He's got cartilage. The whole thing is completely blown up. And the guy's back on. And again, these are the things where you look at, is this the year? Is this things are happening this year with the Aztecs that we've never seen before?
Okay, remember, kickoff is 7:30 Saturday night out there at Sdcu. Your pregame will get underway at 6:30 with Judson, J.R. Tolver here on Xtra. No reason not to get out there. Go Xtra.com or 619-283-SDSU for the tickets. And remember, code RED.
Yes.
Everybody.
All red.
You're going to have the morons in orange and blue from Boise, whatever. If you're an Aztec, you're wearing red to this game Saturday night.
Now, do you have all red in your closet? I mean, if you were ready to go all red.
I have red. I have red T-shirts. I have a red Aztec T-shirt I can wear. Sure. I don't have red pants, red socks, and red shoes.
Brent, speaking of red, Wisconsin Badgers, do they do that where fans show up in all red?
The older fans do.
The older fans do.
Like you'll see fans that are in like, their 70s. They'll have red shoes, red socks,
right,
red pants, a red belt.
What are you trying to say about older people? That they don't care how they look? They just,
I don't see the trend in the younger fans.
Well, you know what? Don't be so self-conscious out there. This is about school pride. So, yeah, go all red Saturday against Boise.
Come on.